So I'm getting a lot of questions about what's the difference between getting pre-qualified and pre-approved. So let's get into it. So a lot of loan officers out there, not saying that I'm one of them, but a lot of them out there will not even look at a buyer's documentation or credit or assets until they're under contract. So a lot of times what they'll do is they'll, be in discussions with the prospective buyer. Hey, what's your credit score? What do you make per year? What assets or money do you have saved to buy for closing costs and down payment? What kind of home were you looking to buy? What purchase price? And they'll kind of just run numbers, and then they'll shoot out a pre-qualification letter, which really doesn't do much, because I've seen it many times and saved many deals where a buyer was in escrow, the lender didn't even look at their items, and they're in escrow, and it turns out they can't even buy the house because they're not qualified. So what I do, and what a lot of great lenders do, is they do a full application. They run your credit. They do a hard pull on your credit score. They'll get all your income documentation, like your pay stubs, your W-2s. If you're self-employed, they'll get your tax returns, and then they'll get your bank statements or your investment account statements for what you're going to use for down payment or closing costs. Then what they'll do is they'll submit it to underwriting as a TBD, or to be determined. And they'll get it into underwriting, get it in front of an underwriter so they can bless all your documentation. And what that is basically it's a commitment to lend. And so then we have a different letter. It's a pre-approval letter. And then what you do is you take that with the team, with the loan officer and the realtor. And when they submit an offer to the listing agent on the house that you want, what the lender should do is call the listing agent right away and say, hey, hey, Jesse, we just submitted an offer on 123 Main Street. The Johnsons love your home. They want to lay roots there. All we need you to do is say yes. We've already been through underwriting. We have a commitment to lend. All we need is a title and appraisal, and then we can close in 2 weeks. That goes a long way. That listing agent is going to be like, oh, okay, this loan's closing for sure. Because the last thing that they want to deal with, and buyers want to deal with, and agents want to deal with, or loan officers want to deal with, is getting into escrow and having the deal fall out because they can't afford to buy the house or they're not qualified. If you guys have questions about this, about pre-qualification versus pre-approval or anything else, hit me down below with the questions. Reach out to me directly. I'd love to hear from you. Take care.